Do you hate math because you don't know how to do it? Are you tired of math because you keep on failing it?
Hiya!
Then look no further. This video is for you. Welcome to Teaching with Carl and the boys. Hello there. I am the president of Group 1 Institution, Carl Castillo. And today, in the institution, we'll help you in math. What part of math, you may ask? It is in extracting square root, the simplest one. Now, I will not be the one to help you with this problem today. As you can see, I am looking down right now because the script is here and I'm not dependable. So instead, I will call upon my underpaid worker in the institution and probably the most dependable one. I don't know why he's underpaid. And then it is Joshua the Pig Ran.
Hi there, I am an underpaid actor of the Group 1 institution, Joshua the Pidran. Today I will be teaching you extracting square roots. You might not know this, but there are 4 ways in solving a quadratic equation, and one of them happens to be extracting square roots. You might be asking when we'll apply this way of solving. Well, it's only applicable if the quadratic equation is in this form, x squared equals k, like the one being shown in the screen.
But sir, isn't the form of a quadratic equation 8x squared plus bx plus c equals 0?
Well, not necessarily. The form you mentioned is its general form. In actuality, it is considered a quadratic equation as long as the highest degree is not more than 2 and a is not equal to 0. So the form x squared equals k is still a quadratic equation because a is not equal to 0.
I see.
Very good. Moving on. The first thing to do is to keep in mind what the value of k is. If k is greater than 0 or a positive number like 5, then k has 2 answers. If k is equal to 0, then k has only one answer. If k is less than 0 or a negative number like negative 2, then k has no answers. To show you what this means, let me give you examples. Say for example, our equation is x squared equals 9. As we can see here, 9 is a positive number. So there must be 2 answers to this equation.
Then sir, what is the answer, sir?
Just wait and see, boy. Going back to the equation x squared equals 9, we will have 2 answers to this equation. To know why we will have 2 answers, we will find the square root of both sides of the equation. So the form of the equation is square root of x squared equals plus minus square root of 9. As we can see in the equation, there is a plus minus sign before the square root of 9. It is because the factors of 6 is 3 times 3 and negative 3 times negative 3. Once you multiply either of these to each other, the result is 9. The reason why there are 2 answers for the equation x squared equals 9 is because of the existence of the plus minus symbol and the factors of positive 9.
Amazing, I get it now.
Very nice, very nice. Going back to the equation, we are now at square root of x squared equals plus minus square root of 9. What do you do now is you provide the square root of both sides. The square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 9 is 3. Thus, resulting in the equation x equals plus minus 3. That is how we do extracting square roots with a positive number. Anyway, our next example would be x squared equals 0. It is stated earlier that when k is equal to 0, there is only one answer. Do you know why?
No.
Well, child, let us continue solving. Remember that our equation is x squared equals 0. Our next step would be to get the square root of both sides. So now, we put the radical sign on both the left and right side. Our new equation is now square root of x squared equals square root of 0. The square root of x squared is x, and the square root of 0 is 0. Take note of what the square root of 0 is. As we can see, the square root of 0 is still 0. Hence, this type of equation only has one solution, because 0 is the only square root of 0. Our final answer would be then x equals 0. Do you get it, child?
Amazing, I get it now.
So, you failed the test again.
Yes, sir.
Great.
Hiya!
Don't worry, I will pass more wisdom to you. Our next example is somewhat tricky. It involves negative numbers. Our equation would be x squared equals negative 25.
Sir, I'm afraid of no man. But that thing, it scares me.
Do not be afraid, boy. I will show you how to solve this equation. Going back to the equation of x squared equals 25, as you can see, there is a negative number. Remember, boy, when k is a negative number, such as negative 25, there is no answer. To find out why, let us continue solving. Like the previous equations, let us find the square root of both sides. Our equation would now be square root of x squared equals square root of negative 25. The square root of x squared will be x. Now let me ask you what will be the square of negative 25.
Ah! Is it negative 5, sir?
Now, it is not negative 5, because when you square or multiply negative 5 by itself, the answer will always be 25.
Then, sir, what is the answer, sir?
None. Absolutely none. It is because negative numbers do not have a square root. With that in mind, our equation would turn into x equals math error, or x equals square root of negative 25. And at the bottom of the equation, we will say there is no real roots to this equation. That is how we extract the square roots of a quadratic equation with a negative number.